Vashikaranachurnamanantashaktyam Amradikam Charanarenu Manusmarami Tavaivasmi Najivani Tvayadina Iti Vigyaradi Pranamam Charanatike Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Просто моя длинная пранам с Lotus feet of Shiva Gurudev in the Vaishnava Vishnupada Sutra Sadhu Shiva Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Shiksha Gurudeva Sam Vishnupada Sutra Sadhu Shiva Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj Shrimati Krishna Priyata Purani Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga Vaishnava Vaishnava Puja Padma Mudal Maharaj Dandavat Pranam. So today we went to Varshana, the abode of Srimati Radhika. Because of Sunday there were so many people there and we changed our usual route. We started Gahavaran Parikrama from the middle, from Sankarikor. We had to go to Sankarikor from the opposite side, from Dohani Kunda area. So talk a little bit about those places at the very beginning of the Parikrama and coming up to Shri Mandir, the abode of Srimati Radhika. So Varsha, Ana. Varsha, Varish means rain. Ana means Ananda means bliss. So rains of bliss, showers of bliss. That's the abode of Srimati Radhika Varshana. We remember how Shiva Gurudev used to stay there and we were with him. So he was engaging everyone to speak about Radhika. Everybody had to speak about Radha Tattva. Very sweet remembrances. There at Modi Bhavan, the foothills of Brahma Parvat. So we heard that Brahma and Shiva became two mountains. At Sankarikor, a narrow path. On the left side is Vishnu Parvat, blackish color, and on the right side, Brahma Parvat, whitish color, bright. So after long austerities, they finally were able to be the witnesses of Radha and Krishna's pastimes, specifically Radhika's pastimes, because Varshana is her home. So Brahma Parvat has 4 heads, as Lord Brahma has. The first one is called Vilasgar. Vilasgar, just on the top of the Sankarikor. Then Mayurkutir, then Mangar, and Dangar. So Sankarikor, well, you heard the Leela, but basically, maybe not especially new devotees couldn't follow the translation, came a bit late. So Krishna positioned there as tax collector with his friends. The gopis were, Srimati Radhika were going to sell the milk products in the market. Certainly Srimati Radhika is the queen of Raj, so no need for her to sell anything in the market. But for the Leela, they were going through that narrow path. So Krishna and his friends, Madhumangal, Subal, etc., they were blocking Gopi's way. Hey, don't dare cross this path because our friend Krishna, he's the king of Raj. Oh, he is the king of Raj. So that loving conversation started. Actually, Radhika is the queen of Raj. So Krishna, so loving fight started, and Krishna was Krishna and coward boyfriends were trying to take away those milk products, and so many stains of milk and yogurt and butter are still there. You can find them if you look diligently. So after that, the gopis were very disturbed by Krishna's behavior. And on another occasion, when Krishna was again trying to stop them, some of them had hidden in the bushes. And then, I think Vishaka that was, she gave a whistle, and in the middle of the conversation, they jumped out, grabbed Krishna, grabbed Madhumangal, grabbed all coward boyfriends, they tied them down, and they tied Krishna down, and Madhumangal started protesting, hey, I'm Brahmana, don't you dare treat me like this, I will curse you. And then Radhika found a necklace she had donated to Madhamangal when him and Krishna were playing the roles of priests at Surya Kunda. And the gopis saying, "Ah, you thief! You've stolen Srimati Radhika's necklace." So finally they started giving gulcha like this to Madhamangal and all the cowherd boyfriends in Krishna. Like this. Gurudev used to say, "Hey, you should come here. I'll give you gulcha." He wasn't someone exemplary. That Maharaj certainly was using Sadhu Maharaj for that, so when he was speaking. So finally Krishna was tied, and a great pot of yogurt was put on his head, and Vishaka, with a very, very diligent movement, broke the pot on Krishna's head with a little stone, and Krishna's abhishek was done. So he was dressed as a lady, he was dressed as a gopi. So now promise in front of everyone, in front of Mr. Srimati Radhika, that they will never, never, never again be stopping us with your rough friends, cowards, us, to say, gentle girls on our way to the market for the milk products. No, I promise I'll never be doing that, and I'll always be serving your lotus feet or Radha. So Krishna became Radha Das again. So we're going down Gahavaran path, Gahavaran Parikro. Gahavaran means very deep, also dense, and those words, they relate to the deepness of Radha Krishna's pastimes. There a lot of caves are there, meant especially for pastimes of Krishna and the gopis. So that kund we crossed, that's also Gavara Kund or Krishna Kund, and there the abode of Chitrasakhi. Chitrasakhi is a friend of Srimati Radhika, one of the 8 main gopis. She's a great artist, and when we sing Namami Nandanandana, actually that is a song sung by Srimati Radhika herself. She's seeing how Chitra is painting the picture of Krishna, starting from the face, from the head, his peacock feather, then his eyes, his nose, his beautiful smile, his chest, his down, finally feet. So you can see at the end of Nandanandana, feet are described, like starting to be described. And Srimati Radhika heard that and he said, "Stop, I'm afraid he will run away." Because every picture is not, is always alive in spiritual world. Every object, be it picture or anything, so-called picture, actually, that was Krishna himself. So Srimati Radhika was very much afraid that he would run away. So then Radhika became disturbed. "Oh, I developed so much love for this personality you've drawn. And also, when I heard Krishna's flute, I developed so much attachment. And when I heard that name, Krishna, as Rupa Goswami said, Tunde Viniratim Vidunate Tundavali Labde Karma Krodha Kadam Vidingutete Karma." So, Cheta Prangana Sangavijita Samrindayanam Kritim No Janejin Dakyal Dirade Krishna Tivarnadvaya. I don't know how much nectar is there in the name of Krishna. When I hear Krishna's name, I want to have millions of ears and millions of mouths to be able to utter that name again and again and hear it again and again. All my existence becomes stunned. Oh, how much nectar there is in those 2 syllables, Krishna. So Srimati Radhika therefore became so much stunned. She became so much stunned, and Srila Rupa Goswami saw that feeling and he wrote in that verse as Rupa Manjari. Understanding was within Srimati Radhika's heart. So, and finally, so those 3 personalities, one in the picture, one the flute player, and one the possessor of the name Krishna. So Srimati Radhika is saying to Chitra, "Listen, I think I'm completely mad because I'm in love with 3 men. One in the picture, one the flute player, and one who possesses the name Krishna." And Chitra is putting her hand on Radhika's shoulder. "Listen, dear friend Radhika, you're quite all right. Please don't be worried. That is the same personality, Krishna. So you're completely all right. You're not mad at all." So then we crossed last place I want to tell about Dangar. Mangar is a separate story. Maybe someone else will have some more time. So Dangar is on the foothill, on the hill already. We're going up, remember, with Kirtan. So we were at the hill, and you remember there was a swing, big swing there. So Radhika and Krishna were swinging on that swing on that day, and one Brahmana came. That Brahmana was chased away from home by his wife. Don't come back unless you bring your daughter dowry. He had a young daughter who was about to be married. He was so poor he had no dowry. Even a few coins he didn't have, what to speak of dowry. So he came to Krishna because he heard that Krishna is the son of the king of Raj. So, oh Krishna, I know you're so rich, the Brahmana said. Then they stopped swinging and Krishna started listening to the Brahmana. I know you're so rich, so please give me some donation. I need some dowry for my daughter, decent actually, dowry for my daughter I need. And Krishna said, oh, well actually, Nishkinchana, I'm possessorless, I have nothing. You have nothing? Brahmana was surprised. Yeah, I have nothing, but actually, since I try to serve Brahmanas, I love Brahmanas so much, Namo Brahmani Divaya Brahmani Itayacha, I will give you my greatest possession. My greatest possession is Srimati Radhika, so I'll give you her.
Greatest wealth.
Wealth, yes, my greatest wealth. So Brahmana said, oh, started beating himself on the head. I'm so unlucky. I have one daughter, I cannot marry her to anyone. Now I have two daughters. Oh, poor me, poor me. Brahmana was completely broken-hearted. But then Krishna told the gopis, you give Brahmana, there was a scale there, take Srimati Radhika's decorations, all of her earrings and bracelets, so many things, and put on one side of the scale, and put her on the other side. So they did that, and the scale became equalized, the weight of Srimati Radhika's decorations became equal to her actual weight. Then Krishna gave that Brahmana all the decorations on the first part of the scale. So Brahmana was so happy, and he was going back, dancing and singing. But, that Brahmana was quite materialistic. But also another pastime happened there. Once Radhika was coming that way with her girlfriends, and Krishna stopped them. Hey, who are you? Don't you know who I am? Hey, you're always stealing my flowers here? You're always trampling my grass, because I'm the king of Vrindavan. No, I'm the queen of Vrindavan. You are actually going with your cowherds and your cows, and you trample my land and my grass and my flowers. So very loving conversations were there. And finally we went to Sriji Mandir, that temple which was completely filled. Today maybe some young devotees still couldn't understand what happened there, but actually we were, yes, I'm not joking. Yes, yeah. You're lucky. But anyway, we were very lucky. That is the abode of Srimati Radhika, that is Sri Kunja, the Mandir actually on that place. In the older times, when they were on the planet, there was actual palace of Rishabhanu Maharaj on that place. Before Sriji Mandir, we just circumambulated. Jaipur Mandir, but this Sri Mandir is the Kunja of Srimati Radhika, and so that is her abode, and we took her prasad, we received her blessing somehow or another, in the form of Harikatha, in the form of sincere participation of parikrama, in the form of blessings by Vaishnavas and Brahmanas, Guru Vaishnavas and Brahmanas. Certainly she gave us a merciful glance, and very, very, very last thing, one last minute I wanted to mention. Today is the appearance day of Nitya Prashna Vishnupada Srimad Bhakti Sri Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj. He is one of the prominent disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. He was very, very bold preacher. When he was young, his name was Siddha Swarupa Brahmachari. With Pujapat Nemi Maharaj, he was preaching in Bangladesh and Dhaka, I think it was. So there were so many people who were against Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they were the followers of Ramakrishna Vivekananda, those great impersonalists. So then Siddha Swarupa Brahmachari was very, very bold. He was smashing Mayavad philosophy, and he called Ramakrishna, not Ramakrishna, but Ramchagal, means goat. and he called Vivekananda Vivekananda. Vivekananda means one who has the power of discrimination, and Vivekananda is without power of discrimination. So people were just ferocious. They were throwing stones, and everything was so much disturbed. So Pujapat Nemi Maharaj wrote a telegram to Srila Prabhupada. Oh, that Siddha Swarup Brahmachari is destroying your preaching. He has created turmoil. He has created so much disturbance. But when Srila Prabhupada learned what had actually happened, he sent the telegram in response. He said, Siddha Swarup Brahmachari did the preaching worthy, I think, 10,000 rupees? 1,100,000 rupees. So that's at that time 1 rupee was a great amount, but anyway, 100,000 rupees. I will come and I will continue his preaching. So he came and he continued those subjects, and Siddha Swarup Brahmachari helped him. When he took sannyas, his name became Shri Bhakti Shri Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj. He was very, very knowledgeable, and he translated main Upanishads into Bengali. He published Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan's commentary on Vedanta, Govinda Bhashya, in Bengali also. And he was always with Srila Bhakti Vivek Bharati Goswami Maharaj, the author of Bengali Guru Ashtaka, was singing every day, Bengali rendering. So very soon Bharati Maharaj left his body in the 40s, very, very soon. So Srila Siddhanti Maharaj opened 3 or 4 temples. The first one was in Jagannath Puri. Very, very colorful temples, full of bath leaves, and when you come into the temples, they preach to you.